Hey, what's going on YouTube? Figured I'd do a quick video on the spark plug process for 2012 Dodge Charger. This is the RT model, all-wheel drive. That doesn't really pertain to the spark plugs, but just give you a rundown on the tools that I use. Pretty much make it a lot more simple for you. You could already be ready. So bolts that hold the coil packs on are a 10. It's 10, and then there's two 10s per coil pack, and then each coil pack is associated with two spark plugs. Let's see, spark plugs. I use the spark plug socket. It's 5/8. So this side, it was fairly easy to get to all of them. The only one that I actually had to use my brain with is this last one on the very back. And I had to take this apart pretty much. Only used the spark plug socket and this first small extension. And you have to finagle it in between. Like, you have to come this way and bring it about maybe where this canister is, or along this little area to get it in. Like, there's literally no room back there. But I use my impact, and this is just a battery powered ratchet. Once I break it loose, and you can actually use this as a breaker bar as well, but once I break it loose, just press this little button and it does all the work for you. Pretty much been using my impact with the 10 to take the bolts out of the coil packs and put them in. Just learned a lot from doing the spark plugs on my Ford Expedition with the 5.4, and I think from now on I'm just gonna use impact on spark plugs. Not too worried about ripping threads or anything like that. I usually warm up the engine. I took it on a drive and everything before I started, let it cool down enough to my pain tolerance was not cold at all. To get to this particular set, it was a lot easier for me to take the airbox out. And so you got these host of screws right here, all of which are an 8. And then, I used a Phillips, but then I found out that it was an 8, so I just used an 8 on the rest of them. But flathead, all the rest of these are Phillips, or the flathead and the Phillips screws are all size 8. And then once this is out, I just dumped the dirt and crap out of it. Then you'll have like 100% no frills access to this particular set of spark plugs. So, and the rest of them looks pretty straightforward. I went ahead and took the bolts out, but so this side right here, the front driver's side and the back passenger are the only two that really had some thinking to do with them. The rest of it is just straightforward spark plug stuff. I had to take the oil stick out to get to this, but that's almost next to nothing. But yep, got any comments, questions, whatever, just let me know. I don't know if anybody cares, but this is AC Delco freaking impact and battery powered ratchet. Yep. All right, take it easy. Hello again. So I was reflecting on my video as I was finishing up the spark plugs, and I remembered I do not recommend installing spark plugs with an impact. Only removal. And when I'm removing them with an impact, traditionally the engine has been warm a little bit. Characteristics of metal, they contract when cold and contrast when warm. So it's a lot easier to remove spark plugs with an impact when it is warm. And the vibration from the impact would also aid in the spark plug removal. Also, this little tool, the magnet. If your spark plug socket is poopy like mine is, then this magnet would come in handy, and you can just fish them out accordingly. And that is definitely warm. So yeah, I definitely forgot to add that little part. But yes. Take it easy. So, tidbit on to the little tidbit. Last video. I did not mean contract and contrast when referring to the actions of metal under temperature. I meant contract and expand. Metal contracts when cold and expands when warm. I don't know why I said contrast at all whatsoever.